Right, welcome to RC Cars R Us. I'm halfway through a job. I actually forgot to press record. I got to here and I thought, let me just double check the camera, and realised I wasn't recording it. So, this is my Cratio Inferno Neo 3.0, and I am changing the diff oils because I'd done the bevel gears but didn't have the diff oil. So I just put any kind of silicone oil in there really, and it's got grease in there. So I managed to get the front out, so you can see the front there. It's not the best, needs a little bit of a wipe down before I put things back in there, but there's no grit in there because I haven't run the car since I've done the bevel diff upgrade. I just put a bit of marine grease in there, put it back in there, and I haven't actually run the car. There's a couple of other jobs that I want to do on this. One of them is, can you see the dent? Can you see the dent in here? Oh, sorry. So you can see the little dent in here. So I do have spare ones of these, and that's a bit knackered as well. But that one's all right, I suppose. But this one's a little bit knackered, so I'm thinking about changing it since it's out. Not too sure whether I'm being picky or not, I don't know. Definitely these output cups here. Can you see here? Massive dents. It's almost like taking one of the actual, it's almost half the pin. And it's the same on the front. So at the moment I'm going to take the center diff out, because of the fact that if I take this out, that will loosen, take these drive shafts out at the same time, and then I just undo these drive cups and then change them round. So I'm going to try and do it with everything in situ, hopefully, he says. So I'm not going to move anything that much, so I'm just going to take these out. Just remember how this goes. Top goes right on my right, and then bottom goes on my left, and then I can sort of swing these out the way like that, and then what I can do is just undo the bottom ones.
Later.
Believe it or not, I have to heat this up to get it off. It's actually red Loctite, and I'm trying to heat it up just with a lighter. I don't want to use like a blowtorch or just blast it, because this is plastic, so I just want to warm it up really. Well, that's my theory anyway. I don't want to blast it because I actually can't get it off, and I just want to heat that bit there where the screw bit is. So I'm just heating it up until it starts smoking, then hopefully I know that's burning off. I'm just going to try it now. Let me just see if I can just pull it off. Oh, does that come off? Is that coming off? Oh my god. That is... I really don't understand that. Is that a what's that in there? So how does that fit in there then? I've got to have a look at the manual again. That just slides on. So what the hell is going on here? Okay, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to have to get the blowtorch out because this is the only way I'm going to have to get these out. I think I'm going to have to proper tighten this up, but I'm worried that I'm going to melt this plastic or deform it at least.
Moments later.
I really have to take a deep breath. Okay, I got them out. I forgot I bought these center punches, which actually fit spot on inside these things. I bought a set of these. Just make sure you buy a set of these, because getting pins out and all that kind of stuff, you could just use one of these. Anyway, it was stuck in there like that, and then this was stuck on the end. So basically what I did, I just put it in the vise, I clamped it around here, put the pin in, and I just smacked it while the vise was just hanging on, and it all came out. So now you can see what I'm talking about. Can you see how much red Loctite is in there? That is making sure that thing does not move. Look, that is red Loctite. That's why I had to use a tool to kind of take it out. That is red Loctite that's pasted in there, and it's just gone everywhere, and then just lock that in. So you can see the state of these. So I've got two new ones actually. So that's the part number, and I've got two new ones. But let me just show you what they're meant to look like. So these look a bit duller, not so shiny. Whether they're a different metal, I do not know. So that's why I needed to get these off. Oh, I just text my friend saying I'm out of action because I thought I couldn't get these off because I was heating it up. It weren't doing anything. But when I came up with that idea, now I'm gonna have to text him and say, yeah, I'm back in the game. I'm gonna use blue in there. He used red, and then I've got pink, which is low, and then I've got blue, that's medium. So I'm gonna use blue. See, with these old parts, I always like to keep them. The only reason is that if I screw this in and the actual screw comes out and this goes completely missing, I'm out of action. But when I keep one of these, because it's been running so long with this cutout, it's kind of like saying to me, do you know what, just put this one in, just run it, and then order another one, and then it's not perfect, but it's kind of like a get you out of trouble kind of way of thinking. So I always tend to put these back in here. See, I can't even screw that back in. So what I like to do is just, even though this bottle is a bit funny, I like to put a blob of blue. And then you just get the grub screw. I just wrap it on the threads. Wrap it on the threads and then put it loosely in here. I always make sure the Loctite is visible. The reason is I can visually check that I've done it. So I like to have that little ring there, and when it dries, I know I visually can check it. Some people don't like that, but that's why I do the blue, because I can put more of the blue on there and you can still kind of get it off. But yeah, I'll just wrap it. Oh, where's this one? I didn't even put this screw in. I didn't even put this. Oh. So, cool. So I just like to look at that. When I went to heat it up. Oh no, it was this one. So when I went to heat it up with the big, I had this big blowtorch. I went to heat it up and it was deforming the plastic, so I just stopped. And I thought, no, I've got to think of another way of actually doing this. So I just like to wrap it in there. Sometimes you get a little lump. That definitely needs to dry. And see, that needs to dry now. So that will dry like that, and that gives me indication that I've actually done it. Let me just see. And also you can see the flat of the actual gear in line with the screw. You can actually use a torch as well to have a look. So you can see that flat, you can see the screw is actually on the flat. and you can check, double check that. And yeah, I'm sort of like there at the flat, and you've got the blue Loctite around it. That's the way I like to do it. So I can put this all back together. My whole car's in thousands of bits. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to put all this back together. Now I can get back to the diffs plural, and I'll get back to you when I change this one. Right, I'm back again. I'm still here. I'm in a little bit of dark mode. I've just turned the lights off and just got the bench light on. I'm doing the front and rear diffs now. I'm just going to change the oil because this is basically, it's just grease in here. But I just wanted to show you these drive cups. Now I've only got one set. I forgot I actually bought one set. I think I bought one set because one on each side is worn. So this one's worn, you can see there, but the other side of it is not really that worn. And then on this one is worn also. So what I was going to do is put new drive shafts on one of them and then put the other ones on the other one, so I've got all good new ones, if that makes sense. So but look at these. So this is the part number. Pretty sure it's the same part number on my manual. I'm not going to look, but on the manual it actually shows these. But I got the car with these. It's totally different, isn't it? So I don't know whether that manual's been updated and they've got these in them, because it definitely shows it in the manual that they're these ones. And yeah, totally different. Look at that, totally different. I don't know what these are going to act like or anything like that, so I'm going to keep these aside. But I just thought I'll show you. I mean, these, do these go over that? Yeah, it does. So I just thought I'd show you how much of a difference it's been. So let's get this pin, if I can pick it up, my greasy gloves. There you go. So yet again, I'm going to keep the old ones as a junk pile for this car, but yeah, that's very weird. So what I'm going to do is swap the other side for this one, and then I'm going to put this one on that side. I'm going to open this one up, and that'll be it. And then I'll probably order another set of those in due course, but I'm not desperate to actually open them up. So you can see there, it's just mush. So oh, shock oil, I mean not shock oil, diff oil. I'm not actually gonna wipe these down with brake cleaner. I'm not gonna do that yet, because the first diff oil I'm gonna put in there, I'm just trialing, because I'm not used to these kind of buggy setups. So a lot of people saying, yeah, put 7,000, 7,000, 3,000. Yeah, I've got 7,000, 3,000, 3,000. Then someone said, yeah, put 5,000, 5,000, 3,000. So I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue what to do when I go on a track. I don't know what it's going to act like, because I don't really have a buggy like this. I'm used to like monster trucks and on-road cars that have 2-speed, but the diffs are in the, you know, it doesn't really have a center diff. So I'm not really used to it all. So the first bit of things, so the diff oil I've got is these. I haven't got a clue, and I think what I'm gonna do is do a base, you know, like 5,000, 5,000. When I mean 5,000, 5,000, 3,000, I mean 5,000 at the front, 5,000 in the center, 3,000 at the rear. I know most people do about 2,000 less or 4,000 less in the rear, but the rear is always between like 3,000 and 4,000. So I'm definitely going to put 3,000 in the back, but I'm not too sure whether to put 7,000 or 5,000 in the front and the center. I haven't got a clue really how it's going to act, how it's going to feel and all that. So I'd rather go lower, get the feel of the car, and then go higher and get the feel of a car, instead of going high. And then, because if it improves, I'm more likely to feel the improvement and see if it actually does improve, and just see the difference. It's just something in my head. That's what I feel anyway. So at the moment it was 1,000 and I was driving all right. Do you know what I mean? But you know, I don't know what the improvements are going to be. I was driving 1,000 on all three diffs. I don't know anything about racing or anything like that, or diff work and all that kind of stuff. All I know is someone set it up to me, and then I ask what setup they've got, because I get on with the car, then I would use that as a base. But I haven't driven anyone's car that's got a setup. I've literally got nothing to go on, and the track we go on, I'm rubbish on the track we go on. I mean, it's been an improvement with this car. The only improvement I've made really is the diffs. They seem a bit stronger, and the tyres, because the tyres were blocky tyres before. Now I use like small spikes, and the small spikes were just, it was just night and day. I'm learning as I go along, so I think I'm going to put 5,000, 5,000, 3,000, and then kind of work my way up that way, and you know, just see how I go. What we're going to do is go back off camera now and probably come back to you when these diffs are actually finished. So see you in a bit. Yeah, so after many hours later, I've finished. Yeah, so I've done the linkage. This is 3,000 at the back. That feels loose, nice and loose. Doesn't turn the center diff. And I've got 5,000 at the front. That seems to turn the center diff nice and well. And then the center diff's also got 5,000. So it's 5,000, 5,000, 3,000. I'm going to go with that. See what happens. See how I get on. Right. Thanks for watching. And please subscribe while I'm mucking about trying to look for screws. And I'll see you on the next one.